Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Elaine and I write a blog over at fairlycurated.com. And today I will be talking about my top 9 most used bags of all time. And coming in at number 9 is this mini Lazo Tote from Loewe. I got this about 6 months ago and I've used it so far 33 times. The fact that it is on this top 9 list is pretty remarkable considering, it's amongst bags in my collection that have been there over 10 years. So, I must really love this bag a lot. It did also show up in my most used bags for the first half of 2025 list. And in that post, I did talk about how I wanted this bag since 2019. And I finally got it end of last year for a really good price. I love this bag because it's really lightweight. It does have, some top handles and it does come with a crossbody strap. It's definitely not the most secure bag, in my collection, but for the most part, I just use it when I'm running errands or taking my daughter around to her classes or lessons. And, it really can fit quite a bit. You can fit like water bottles and all that. And, you can really pile it up if you need to, but overall it's a very, very useful bag. And number 8 on my list is this Hermes Lindy 30 in Clemence leather, and it is my very first Hermes bag. I bought it secondhand from Fashion File. This is a 2004 bag, but I've had this bag for quite a bit, and that's why it's showing up in my most used bags of all time list. I love this bag. It's a beautiful bag. It's also my most complimented bag. And that's probably just because it was my very first Hermes. And it's sort of like back then it was a if you know, you know kind of bag. Not everybody knew what it was. It has a beautiful slouch. It has beautiful leather. But unfortunately, nowadays I don't wear it. It is kind of heavy. And so I don't really like heavy bags. I'll never get rid of it. It's just one of my first loves. And number 7 on the list is this Nano Celine belt bag. I bought this brand new from the boutique in 2018 when Phoebe Philo was leaving. I wasn't sure if they were going to keep the belt bag around, so I bought it before she left. So I both had the mini, micro, and now the nano version. I would sell the other one when I would buy the next size down. I find that, this bag style can fit quite a bit because of the triangular shape. It can definitely fit the essentials. It can fit a water bottle. Honestly, I haven't used it in the recent years just because I feel like that style kind of was overdone or was oversaturated. Kind of got tired of it, but I would never ever sell this bag. I just love this belt bag so much. It's really been one of my very first loves from Celine, and like I said, I've had it in all different kinds of sizes, and I find that the nano is sort of the best suits my need. For me, this is just a classic that will never leave my closet. And coming in at number 6 on the list is this Hermes Picotin 23. This is in Clemence leather. The color is Etoupe. I got this bag at the Hawaii boutique about a year and a half ago, and since getting it, I have used it about 38 times. I really love this bag, but honestly, I didn't start really using it until I got the third-party strap from Etsy. So, if you're not familiar, you can loop the strap around the handles and then it becomes a shoulder carry bag. I definitely need the shoulder carry option on my bags. It's a beautiful bag. I do find it useful because of the capacity, and even though it's made of Clemence, it's not a very heavy bag, and the bucket style is just a fun, casual style, even though it's not the most secure. So, I usually just carry it around when I'm running errands or with my daughter. And coming in at number 5 on the list is this Loewe mini Hammock Hobo. I use it a lot for the weekends. It's a great crossbody bag. I also like that the top handle does fit over my shoulder very easily. It comes with a skinny crossbody strap, but then I also have my canvas one that I purchased separately that I use most of the time just because it's easier on the shoulder. But yes, this bag fits quite a bit. It's pretty durable and water resistant. No feet, but that's fine. And it's also kind of fun because I have all these charms on here as well. But yes, it's a great grab and go bag for essentials. Like I said, it's my go-to for the weekends. And coming in at number 4 is this vintage Bottega Veneta Hobo. Pretty sure this is the medium size in this beautiful like seafoam green. Like I said, it's vintage, so it's quite old. It came a little bit worn. I got it from Brandier on eBay, but I did put a little bit of leather CPR conditioner when I got it, and it really helped kind of revive the leather a little bit. It was kind of drying out. But this was my go-to bag last summer. But I love this bag because it's very easy to carry over your shoulder. This was probably one of my very first shoulder bags. I've been a crossbody gal for a very long time, and then now I'm getting more into shoulder bags, and this was one of my first. It's great because you can fit a lot in here. Water bottles, all your essentials, and then even if it gets really heavy, it's actually not that bad to carry because this thick sturdy strap is quite comfortable over your shoulder. I did buy a new Bottega bag when I was in Hawaii. Check out my Hawaii haul. But I gotta say, the quality of the vintage Bottega bags are just so much better. If you're interested, I could do a whole Bottega review, comparing my vintage and my new, but in general, I am a huge fan of vintage Bottega. Coming in at number 3 is this Park Tote from the Row. This is the medium size in the color cognac. I bought this about 2 years ago from Saks, but I've had quite a few Park Totes in my collection over the years. I was on a real Park Tote kick for a while there, so I had the small, medium, and large sizes, and I've had it in various colors, the different kinds of leathers, either the grained or the smooth. But I've sold them all, and this is the last one standing. I find the Park Tote to be a really useful bag. The leather and construction quality is superb, really. A lot of people think the Row is all hype, and I mean, to some degree, yes, it is marketing, but at least when it comes to their craftsmanship and their leather choice, they really try to provide quality there. For a while, I was using it every day. It fits so much. You can fit iPad, bottles of water, pretty much anything. I do always keep this organizer in here. Coincidentally, this organizer is from Zumoni, and it's actually meant for the In the Loop 23 bag, but I have a different organizer in there, so I use it for this and it fits perfectly. I do highly recommend using an organizer because, as I've seen from a lot of my other older Park Totes that I've since sold, the first thing to really show wear is this corner on the Park Totes. So the heaviness of the leather, especially in the medium size, will kind of cause this corner to start caving in. I mean, it's a look, it's just part of how it ages, nothing wrong with that, but if you want to keep your Park Tote looking really nice, I would recommend an organizer. And also, I store it like this inside my closet. So at least at the front corners won't sag as much. The back, you can see it's maybe starting to cave, but at least if I store it this way, it keeps its shape for a little bit longer. I only have 2 bags from the Row currently. I've had quite a few in my collection, the Margot 10, Margot 15, and several Park Totes, but I only have 2, and this is one of the 2 that's left. And number 2 on my list is the Celine Soft Cube bag. For those who have been following my blog over the years, you probably remember this bag from about 7 years ago. I still have it. This was one of my very first loves from Celine. Again, I love something that's a little bit different, and it wasn't really a popular bag, but it's super useful. It has both a top handle and crossbody strap. Crossbody is not adjustable, but really works out for my frame. I'm 5'4". The capacity of this bag is excellent. It can fit a small water bottle if you need to, all the essentials, and at the same time, it's very lightweight. I do also love the knot detail on the handles, and I'm not really a green bag type of person, but somehow this bag matches everything that I wear. I really love this bag. I don't ever plan on letting it go. Over the years, I have been conditioning it at least once a year. Currently, I'll use leather CPR, which is kind of a very lightweight leather conditioner. Number 2 used to be number 1 for the longest time until it got replaced by my number 1 bag that's coming up next. My number 1 most used bag is my Loewe puzzle bag. This is a size small in the classic style, so not the edge. Right now I have my little hedgehog that I bought in Hawaii. I love this bag. I use this bag a lot for traveling. It's perfect for that. You know, you have both a rolled handle, top handle, which is very comfortable to carry if you start weighing it down with stuff. But it also comes with a crossbody strap. It also comes with this pocket that I'll sometimes throw hotel keys or like train cards or whatever I need accessible. It doesn't fit a phone, but that's okay. And it does feel extra secure because there is a flap that goes over the zipper. Right now I have it stuffed. The capacity of this is great. It can fit a water bottle if you need to, all your essentials. I'll use this as my airplane purse. So I'll have my carry-on and then my personal item, which is a big Everlane bag. And then I'll have this on me around when I'm walking around the airport. And then right before I get into the plane, I'll stuff this into my personal item. And you know, it can stuff fairly easily. It can get squished and it won't get folded, if you know what I mean. But if you wanted to, you could fold it. I've tried it before. I wouldn't recommend it because that would actually put creases in your puzzle. I did have it conditioned at the Loewe store once, but I also condition it myself. Honestly, if I could only keep one bag, this would be it. And that's it. If you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time here and your support. If you could like and subscribe, that would really help my brand new channel. But I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.